When God closes a chow chow, he opens a Husky. We have a new mid-stakes 10 max tournament in the underdog lobby called the Husky. We're going to get some entries in that today and also catch up on some NFL news. It is flying fast and furious these days at training camp with injuries, with contract holdouts, all of that good stuff. I'm Pete with John and Nez. This is Off and On the Clock. Let's go. All right, fellas, we are back. Last week we had a fun show covering the Badge Bros Brawl, and the underdog life cycle these days just moves so fast. I mean, we had the Chow Chow drop, and just filled within a few days. Things are moving quickly on me. Oh, you're muted, Nez.
Yeah, I was cracking a monster. I didn't want to break the audio while you were doing your intro, Pete. But no, I really like our offseason format where the tournaments have just been so fresh, and that we've been able to easily just kind of hit a new tournament and whatnot throughout the offseason. I mean, so salute to the draft teams, man, because we got the Chihuahua as well for the low stakes crowd. And then this Husky is easily my favorite structure that they've dropped yet. I think it's just just so good. Just so good.
What about its differentness?
So I prefer it to the Chow Chow because the Chow Chow is $250K in prizes and $750 to max, $750 to max. That is a pretty tough ratio. But if you are somebody that likes to have a lot of the entries in the field, go for it. That's your game. This is $400 to max and a $400K prize pool. It's 3 of 12 advance out of round 1. 117 finals, 50K to first, 10 entry max. It's just to me checks all the boxes that I'm looking for in a contest that I want to max on underdog and max it manually. I'm going to auto the Chihuahua, but to actually be in there and draft, this is everything that I want.
Yeah, man, to double down on your notion of how there's just been something rolling out over and over again. It's also just not the same structure churned out every single time. There's intelligent thought put behind, what the mid-stakes crowd would want juxtaposed to, some of the top heavy low dollar price point stuff. So yeah, this does make for phenomenal landscape. I'm checking it out now. I just realized I didn't even know it was up yet. There's already been 195 entries in it. Wow. In the last half hour or whatever. But yeah, 2 out of 8, 1 out of 6, 117 finals. So still a week 17 that matters, but a palatable path to get there.
Yeah. And man, these the Chow Chow was and we'll see. Yeah, it might be with Nez. The Husky might eclipse it. But last year, the Chow Chow served as the flagship contest on Underdog because I made the finals there. So I had to defend my top 10 crown. And I got, I've been holding out, no slow drafts. 15 max that's filling that fast. It broke me. I saw it filling. I was like, 12 enter slow drafts. And so now I'm in Chow Chow slow draft hell, or should I say heaven, guys? Because I'm coming around to you slow draft bros.
I saw that you entered the slows, man. I am I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I think I don't know if you were just I don't know. You're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna really like it, especially in the middle of training camp season. Being able to change your priors and act on those or act on the news that you want to act on in the middle of a slow draft is just it's very nice. I'm telling you, it's kind of the move.
The thing that's going to get me, so I have 2 weekends coming up where I'm traveling. We got the ship chasing draft weekend this weekend in Miami. And then the following weekend, we're doing a long extended weekend with some friends. And so I'm just those are the 2 where I don't want to be on the hook for that moment where when you're at your desk throughout the day, it's easy, you just pick a few off here and there. But I'll have those moments over those weekends where I'm oh, I have 14 picks to make right now. And I don't feel like doing that, but I'll suck it up. It's tough being a best ball bro. Clearly.
I forgot this was ADP weekend because I'm going on a family trip, so that's why I couldn't make it. So I was a little bummed about that, but that's gonna be awesome. That's always a great time.
Yeah, wife pulled rank on me for first anniversary. We're taking this weekend to go away and move.
Or else you shouldn't have to pull rank for the first anniversary, John.
Well, I was like, it's the 10th. I can still go. And then she's like, well, we have something else in that general vicinity. We got to go this week.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it was pulling rank slightly.
Whew, I was like, buddy.
The what's the actual date of your anniversary, John?
It's the same as yours. It's the 10th.
The 10th? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We had that conversation accidentally one time.
Well, then why aren't you celebrating on the 10th?
That's what I said, Pete.
The first and
Yes,
second.
that's what I said.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I mean, Nez wasn't able to go to the NBA Dog Bowl. So it's been a while since we've gotten meet up. John, of course, knew me there. So I guess it's going to have to be Dog Bowl 2025 where we get the band fully back together. Any thoughts on recent news? We're obviously in the training camp hype cycle where guys are injured and then uninjured within the span of 30 seconds. It seems. Anything that you guys are actually reacting to in drafts here?
I was mixing in some Marshawn Lloyd late in drafts, and I'm not doing that now. This dude is yet to be healthy in his very short NFL career. Groin injury. I mean, I'm not a big fan of groin injuries for guys like that. That's pretty painful. That's time off the field. Yeah, I think it's obvious. It's pretty obvious why you wouldn't like that. So I liked Lloyd a lot as a late round pick. Not taking that anymore. So I'm going to probably just sub in Emmanuel Wilson instead if I'm going to take a late round Packers running back. But yeah, that kind of hurt because I was mixing him in a good bit in the 18th.
He was the guy that I early. Just was clicking over and over again. And then we had that first thing where I think was it rookie mini camps or whatever it was, where it was like he's practicing with the other injured players and not even there. And I just said, I'm done. So I think I had one share where Leone had me click him in BBM, but I just was so broken that I was like, I need to see really, really positive stuff to get back in. I guess that the question now is RB2 off the menu for you there, or is it Emmanuel Wilson time?
I think it's Emmanuel Wilson, but also like, probably more Jacobs in my life as well. Former long time Jacobs bull, but man, this price is just like Jacobs can't do anything wrong at this price. But that's you could say that about a lot of guys. But to me, he's pretty expensive. But his role is so solid right now, like absolutely like zero competition behind him at the moment.
Yep. Yeah. What about you, John? Any news you're reacting to?
I just keep pounding the table over and over again for Anthony Richardson slate break ceiling late. It's a better bet than the Justin Fields of last year. He's my highest owned quarterback in BBM. He's not my highest owned quarterback overall because of the 6-person Batch Bros Brawl drafts, but in the 12 persons, it's him and Dak are neck and neck. So Richardson has just been a guy that like the price will never get better. So just keep taking him in the 16th, 17th, 18th as a tack on third quarterback, or once or twice done it as like elite quarterback with him as the second one.
Yep. Yeah, I think. And how are you guys handling some of the falling knives? And as I saw, you had a tweet about the Quinshon Judkins thing. And now Joe Mixon, I think, is the other big one. I was just writing it up today for a piece on Fantasy Life and looking at their ADP relative to where they went in all of my drafts on Monday. And, some of those guys are dropping like legit 40, 50 picks past their ADP. So do these guys have a price for you or just full fades until we get more info?
Full fades until more info for sure.
Yeah.
Especially Judkins. Like they're just like what do you win when you win with Judkins at this point? Like he's for sure missing games early. Like there's no question he's being suspended. So you don't have the early season production. He's not practicing with the team. He has no contract right now. So like, what are you really winning with Judkins? Like, okay, you're getting a 0 for the first half of the season. He's not even a last round pick, like you have to take this dude like where you are taking like wide receivers that are going to be in your lineup a lot, like your second QB, second tight end. Like, no, thank you on Judkins. Mixon is like, I think I can say this with a little less confidence, but like same thing for me is like, no on Mixon. But that I think has way more risk than the Judkins fate. Like I am a little worried about like no means no on Joe Mixon. I will never take him, but I feel less confident about it. That said, like Man, I don't think Woody Marks is good. Like, I don't think that, like, so the way that I'm playing it is like no Mixon, little Chubb, no Marks, because I think they're going to bring in a vet that is cut if things play out the way that I think they will play out.
Yeah.
Yeah, the name that gets floated around with that is bringing back Singletary. Like Singletary had some good years with them, but like Dame Pierce is still on the roster for what it's worth. Like he's been there forever. They did trade up for Woody Marks. People forget. So they clearly liked him in some regard there. Yeah, to echo the sentiments of the Judkins one, my hot take last week and the week before that was there's a non-zero chance he ever plays down a football in the NFL. Like I was pounding the table for that. So I have 0% basically across everywhere. So I'm not worried about it. And there's no price point for it for me. I think the more interesting conversation is, do you like Ford or do you like Hampton as the
Yeah, Ford or Sampson is the question there. I've been doing Ford because he's the veteran, and that's what the coaches told us, that he's the starting running back, but he's banged up right now. People really like Sampson as a prospect. I forget who it was. I think it was Gretsch or somebody was like making a point that like Tennessee running backs just have trouble translating to the league. You know, like we just and maybe that's a very small sample. I was getting a lot of Sampson early. I'm a little worried that Sampson's price is like, how much further can it go? Maybe it can go even further. I don't know. I pack my Sampson bags around like 160. So me personally, like just because of the way that I've been drafting him, I'm easing up. But if you are late to the Sampson party, I would recommend drafting him.
Yeah, and like I've been thinking about it because like Sampson and I think Bigsby is also headed into this range, into that kind of like 140s, late 130s. And I like a decent amount of the guys there, you know, your Bensons, your Ray Davises, obviously like Algier and Eckler in the mix, but none of those guys like separate for me in like a massive, massive way. So like Nez was saying, if you were light on Sampson, like now just going a little harder on those guys and taking your foot off the gas, like Benson and Ray Davis. I don't know if there's like a huge difference between those guys. And that's what I'm going to be doing with Bigsby, because I had been light on Bigsby, but I don't think like the opportunity cost of him at like 140 is something crazy. So I'm just going to catch up and start drafting him there. And then if he rockets into like the 120s or 110s, then I might have some harder decisions. But right now it's like kind of easy to just catch up on these risers who probably aren't going to rise as fast as they should.
100%.
Is the Bigsby stuff about the Tootin hamstring and him running with the ones? Like that's just the combination right now that we're working off of?
For me personally, everything it's almost like has nothing to do with Tootin. It's more how the market had ordered ETN and Bigsby. And what was the example before? I was trying to think. It's kind of like the Javonte Miles Sanders to me. Like there seems to be like a pretty big overconfidence in one over the other in an ambiguous field. And I think we all agreed the Jags was pretty ambiguous. ETN, I think, was the safe bet early on in the offseason, but we're now getting information that like, not only is it closer between those two than we thought, but it might even just be straight flipped. And it's going to take so long for those ADPs to correct. That I think for me right now, my drafting plan is no more ETN until he drops a ton, catch up on Bigsby, and then buy any dips on Tootin that the market's overreacting to. That's kind of how I want to play it.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I like the Jags, like just in a vacuum, but I was playing almost all my Jag stuff through the passing game. And that led me to tacking on Tootin more than the other two. But yeah, I got to get a little bit more Bigsby. I basically have no ETN.
Well, I mean, I think you're in good shape because now you're going to be able to get, I mean, what do you think he falls to, Nez? Like if this continues, eventually he has to start falling 10, 20 picks.
Oh yeah. Like he's got to fall to where he opened. ETN, I think, is probably the most mysterious ADP because like it's all Slappy's drafting right now, or at least it was. So it's like, who's responsible for the ETN ADP? I haven't heard a single person say they like Travis Etienne. So like, who's doing this? No one's. I don't think anyone's entirely sure. And yeah, this is definitely on the fast track of like ETN being like a top 100 player. He's ADP 94. I don't know, man. I get it, right? Like, obviously, he was a good prospect, and like, if he got the role, that'd be good. But like, nothing has really kind of told us that. Like, he got outplayed last year. It's a brand new coaching staff. We're getting reports that Bigsby's running with the ones. Like, yeah, I think ETN, I would say, just like my gut take is that he would be like ADP 110. Like J.K. Dobbins has a more secure role than ETN, so I think you could go down by Dobbins and like Scattaboo, and then like the resistance would be like Sharps because Sharps is a handcuff.
Yeah,
I think I'd rather have Sharps then.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I like the ceiling outcome for sure, and the likelihood of hitting it.
And I think at that point, it just depends what your team needs, right? And like we have a lot of these situations where it's like sometimes you want the Algier bet, the Sharps bet, because you just want to swing for the fences. And sometimes you're like, fuck, my running back room is really lacking some production. Let me take the ambiguity bet. And like, because there still are plenty of outcomes where Travis Etienne leads the Jags in rush attempts week 1. Like I think anybody is overreacting too much if they don't think that's still in the realm of a possibility there.
So like, what do you think your team would need if you're taking Travis Etienne? Just like,
I think in it, let's say assume he's dropped to that like 120 range or whatever, where it's more. Yeah, I think like 0 RB room, where I start out with like, a Ken Walker, Trevion Henderson, and I come back and I like, get a Scatabo or something, and it's like kind of rookie heavy, kind of contingent. It's like, okay, let me swing for it. And like, I've had the example or how I've thought through the Jags backfield similar to the Dolphins backfield from a couple years ago when it was Etienne was the rookie, Mostert was the incumbent, and then Jeff Wilson was like the veteran that we had seen have plenty of success. And like this backfield continues to map kind of similarly to me. But at the time I'd taken a lot of Jeff Wilson because he was the cheapest. And obviously I'm mad at myself for not taking more of Bigsby when he is the cheapest, even though he still is. But I do think I still think there could be 2 winners from this Jags backfield. And it's just like, can we get the prices on it to work out to where you can actually get a big hit out of it?
I mean, the bull case, you just have to look at the Bucs last year and be like, man, even Sean Tucker got home a little bit, right? In terms of price point. So like there is a bull case for like all 3 backs to be utilized in that exact same scheme.
Yep.
Can we have the really fun conversation of the player I've allotted the most amount of fees to all year, and kids are not even washing their hands now when they dap him up? Are the Scata boys finally full-fledged mounting up and making a push for RB30 in this territory? Are these one-handed ricochet catches from camp enough for the people to finally buy in that maybe the fun running back who did everything in a playoff game last year, threw for a touchdown, receiving touchdown, and ran a touchdown, is actually just going to continue to do that at the NFL level?
I think he's a riser. He's a riser. I mean, I'll say this from like my standpoint, right? Like it took me, like a month of drafting, like early June, I would say, is like when I found out that like Scattaboo is like an elite pass catcher. I didn't know that. Like I just thought he was just this like blockhead guy that just like bulldozes, in the lines. And like I wasn't like overly familiar with this game. I watched some of his film and his highlights, and I'm like, this guy doesn't really like stand out to me. And then ball knowers are telling me like, no, like he's a legit pass catcher, and that's like what you're seeing a lot in camp, right? And so as that buzz gets louder and louder, that's what underdog drafters love to hear. Pass catching running back, great. Like they'll take Scattaboo over Derrick Henry because he's catching passes. So
that's why I've been surprised. Have you guys been noticing that he's dropping? Because I've been getting him at pick 120 from the one hole, and I used to never get him sliding all the way back there. And I've just been confused because he has been having a good camp. Like there hasn't been like extremely bullish Tracy stuff. So I'm like, maybe other guys are just getting pushed up there. But it strikes me as weird because I'm like, I will have a bag of Cam Scatabo at 120 plus if that keeps happening.
Yeah. And the quarterback situation, like Russ is probably good for him. More of the dump off stuff, more of like the traditional style command of the offense instead of like Jackson Dart just like taking off with it kind of deal.
Yeah. I think ultimately like his stuff is going to be schemed, I think. So that's good either way. Right. Like I think Dayball, like they drafted him. I think they clearly like him. And like, as far as pass catchers go, it's neighbors. we love Wandale. We love right. Slayton, but like, let's be real. Like they're probably going to manufacture some touches for Scattaboo.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yep.
I get excited about him, like just from like the highlight videos of like the dude that he is. Like he just seems so fiery and like non-football take, just like human being take. I was like, I would act like this if I was in the league. Like this is how I would be. Like he runs out, he gets like all the fans hyped up at practice and like just bullshit like that. I'm like, I want to be in on this dude. Like I don't even care if he's
That's
good.
fun. I'll never tell you that that's a bad reason to like it.
Right.
Davis calling him Turtle from Entourage today was on ADP.
Oh.
It was pretty funny.
That's a perfect comp because of the Giants gear too. Like you can just see it. Oh yeah.
And they already have like, this is the organization that gave us Tommy DeVito and like turned him into like this cult hero. Like it's just, I can just picture like if you're New York Giants like media team and you aren't having like a post game show with Tommy DeVito and Cam Scatabo, like eating pasta and breaking down game film, like you just need to get fired from your job. It's right there on a silver platter.
Yeah.
All right, cool. You guys want to do some drafts? I'm sure we can talk through some of these other situations here on the fly.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I can hop us into
leading?
this first Husky.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Let me get this up on screen here. 11 more. So if you guys want this to be friends and family, now is your chance. Now is your chance.
I mean, if I'm needed, I'm not afraid to hop in.
John, I know you are. This is like when we do often on the clock in season and we do the BRs. And I think we're just going to do like a joint dog bowl. And then John sneaks in an intro.
Yeah. Like what the hell?
We can't both take the seat, Pete.
Yeah. All right. We have the 103 here.
Oh my goodness.
Definitely recommend.
Rapid fire.
Yep. And Nez mentioned it at the top, but just to re-emphasize here, our structure, 3 of 12, 2 of 8, 1 of 6, and then 117 seat final. So very attainable throughout, but then 117, like that's a significant number. What, almost double the field of the Chow Chow final, which was what, like 56 or something?
Yeah, I think so. Which like I don't mind.
No, it's awesome. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a great structure.
Yeah, I like having the variety of those. Like some you want an easier path, but yeah, I think this one definitely brings in some week 17 stacking just with this size.
Yeah, for sure. 103 is an interesting spot these days, guys.
It is.
I'm curious what you guys have been doing here.
CD Lamb.
Sedarius?
I'm basically good with anybody at Jefferson at 1-3 just because you can get Jefferson at like 1-6 most of the time now.
Let's do Lamb. I like the running backs that come back.
Okay.
Same.
Yeah. I just now that I'm doing a lot of these slow drafts, so I just had a bunch of like 2-3 turns. I do just like get bummed out at the 2-3 turn now. I just I never have fun at that spot.
No, it's definitely like a really boring part of the draft, and it's leading me to like hoping that one of these like sick running backs come back and just going running back instead of like taking the same wide receivers, Trey McBride over and over and over. You can even pull up a quarterback. I think that could maybe be in play more.
It's starting to be like you can see the ADP shift. It was something we talked about, months ago that like when the more casual crowd gets in or people get more FUD about the left-hand side of the board, that the quarterbacks just naturally start pulling over there. And it's becoming a new meta where it's just like, now they live on the left side of the board.
It's sharp. I mean, like if we feel any sort of discomfort about a position player, like take the elite quarterback. Like the bust rate of elite quarterbacks is just like so low. It's just like it's there's nothing wrong with playing it a little safe in a best ball tournament. You gotta get there, bro.
Yep. I talked about it with Leone on Best Ball Breakfast when I had Jacob Sanderson do the Deposit Kingdom video last week. His kind of idea was just skip the third round, like pretend like it doesn't exist, pull up an elite quarterback, pull up a wide receiver you like. And yeah, I think it's smart. Like I don't have fun clicking a lot of those receivers. Garrett Wilson has been kind of my go-to in that range, but like I don't want to put that much pressure on Garrett Wilson as far as holding up my portfolio. So yeah, I'm with you. I think Trey McBride, whenever he's there, go elite cute quarterback, pull up Amarian Hampton if you want. But yeah, just not capitulating to like, I have to take Marvin Harrison, Devontae Adams, all those guys in this range.
The weird thing about pulling up Hampton, it doesn't matter in a time box contest like this, is he used to live, like we talked about how sticky his ADP was between that 46, 47, 48 in the round 4 there. So like all the early combos of Hampton are already on the left-hand side of the board. Now it doesn't matter if he's the guy you need and you can replace him with like a guy that you couldn't have taken previously on the left side, but
Yeah, I think it's a sticking point for people for sure.
Jacobs.
Okay.
Oh, Taylor.
Taylor comes back.
Oh yeah, let's go.
That feels nice.
Dude, this is how you make it feel good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because normally you're staring at T there and T comes or goes.
It's really the 2v2 for me as to why like I think John is right in choosing and wanting to take CD there. And why like I would like some good news on Jefferson, so that way like I don't talk myself into not taking a wide receiver there, because I'd much rather just take the running backs there. Like it just feels the 2v2 I just think is so much better.
Yep. So we start CD Lamb and Jonathan Taylor, Bajan and Josh Jacobs to the 2 hole, Jamar Chase, Trey McBride to the 1, and we can see what we have available here.
Saquon at 6 is just crazy. Oh, yeah. Jaden Daniels.
I honestly do like Chase Brown.
I like Chase a lot.
Here, or we could pull up a quarterback.
No, I love Chase Brown here.
Did you see the subset of the workouts the other day where there's like everyone's doing like drills with like 1s and 2s and everything, and then there's just 3 guys chilling for like the whole time, and it's just Chase, and T?
I did not see that. Yeah,
so like the whole team is practicing, including Burrow, and like they're just like the 3 guys. Yeah.
Is that bullish or bearish that they're not participating with the rest of the team?
So bullish. So
I'm going draft day. Why aren't these guys playing with their teammates? Why aren't they hanging with their buds?
Because they're so fucking
Why is nobody
good
at their birthday party?
No, they're so fucking good. They just know what's up. They're like, yo, boys, just chill. We got this.
Yep. Yeah, it's the combination of the Zach Moss stuff has just me so excited about Chase Brown at this price and Taj Brooks as an 18th round selection. I think like it just got so much cleaner for both of those guys, because Moss really would have been the guy who could muddy it up again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, despite what people think. Go ahead, John. You're the Zach Moss guy. Go ahead, please.
No, I was going to actually just pivot it a little bit to talking about Samaje Perine, how like that is a wrinkle with like the just owning the third down and the pass catching. And they had so much success with him in that role before the Chase Brown era that one kind of scares me, with like the 90% snap stuff with like the 4 extra receptions a game that Chase Brown was getting in some of those trailing scripts may not exist anymore, because that is Samaje Perine's role. And even if something happened to Chase Brown and Taj Brooks came in, I think Samaje would still hold on to that role. So I do think the role itself has changed a little bit with the addition of him, but the Zach Moss not being there to just muddy things up for a goal line standpoint or just rip 3 to 6 carries a game away is pretty huge for Chase Brown's like floor to start the year.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. It's not. I mean, like I like Taj Brooks as a handcuff, but like obviously, like Samaje is there, and like his role is so clearly defined.
All right, we are on the clock. Hurts goes, so you're kind of
sweet.
James Cook was a slight faller. DJ Moore as well. John, you like JMO? I have been like with all this like weirdness with Burden and stuff too. I have been trying to do a little bit more DJ Moore. Do you guys have John? Do you got something?
I think you wanted.
I did.
Did you want Jameson Williams?
Yeah,
I like James Cook, but I you know me, I'm JMO for life, but I like this.
All right, sorry, John.
Start.
You're good.
I went high T. There.
No, it'll play better. It'll play better from this side too.
The other reason I was just hesitant there, not that it's a huge deal, but like JMO has been regularly in the 5th now. Early 5th, like I've gotten a few shares at like 52, 53. So I'm like, if you scoop up the faller and can get him to come back, obviously that didn't work. Probably a wide receiver here. Sutton, Waddle, Flowers, Ridley, Hunter.
Everyone knows who I want, so you guys pick.
I like Sutton.
I'm good with who do you want, John? I actually don't know.
Waddle. Waddle's
He
my
wants
highest
Waddle.
owned player.
Waddle's your guy.
Waddle's my guy. He was not my guy last year. I was fully out last year. I'm back this year at this price point.
I don't know why I just overruled John on 2 choices, but John will let your voice be heard in the less important rounds. No, I'm kidding.
Then he's gonna scroll real fast.
It seems like I was straight negging you there. I don't know. I was just kind of paralyzed on the clock as I was getting the stuff. I'm sorry, John.
No, you're good. There's interesting things. Like I talked about this a little bit when I was doing Bachelor's Brawl yesterday. Like the JMO one, like Dan Campbell can't get on the stand and just not talk about JMO. You know what I mean? And then like, the 1K yards in limited games last year, Nez has talked about it ad nauseum with the, 1 year he's hurt, 1 year he's suspended, whatever. He hasn't had a normal season yet. I know Ben Johnson's gone, but it seems very exciting around him. And then the Waddle one is just like, people are harp a little too heavily. Maybe Tua's like 1 hit away from being done with football because it's been concussion adjacent stuff, and that's the scary side of things. But he's played as many games over the last 3 years as many other quarterbacks, right? It just happened to be the most recent year was the one in which we remember the most. But before that, there was times where we were just like, this hyper concentrated Miami offense, go Burr, we're taking them all in the top 6 rounds of BRs over and over again. I'm just buying back into that notion that last year was they couldn't get it done when Tua wasn't there. But I don't think Tua's quote unquote more injury prone than any other quarterback in the space. Maybe he's Chris Olave with the concussion style stuff, but we're getting it all at a discount right now outside of HN and Tyreek that I wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is I've gone back and forth on it. The offensive line bros definitely have me concerned. And it's is there we really need the offense fully humming in a way where there's enough for HN, Tyreek, and Waddle. So I do like him as part of stacks, HN with Waddle. If I'm going to bet on the offense, I want to bet on it.
Yeah, you want
All right, let me try again. Let's remove Joe Mixon from the board, John. Jerry Jeudy, Jacoby, Montgomery, Diggs, Godwin.
I'm Diggs here. I like Diggs here. I agree with the sidekick. I do. I just like betting on that offense and him more than Jerry Jeudy and what could happen with the Browns this year. Also gives us a nice stacking out that I like, which is something that I prioritize a little bit higher up when I'm okay, now we have multiple quarterback outs for all of our pass catchers.
Also just say too, in this format, the 3 of 12, which is fairly unique for these tournaments, right? Most of them are still 2 of 12. The 3 of 12 definitely, I think, benefits some of those fast starts. And I like having these 3 early running backs. Our team's going to cook out of the gate. We got Godwin, Jacoby, Montgomery, Laporta, Pacheco. Any ideas here?
I'm going to say Jacoby.
Sure.
I like Jacoby.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we'd go running back here. It'd basically be Jacoby or Laporta for me.
Yeah, I probably could have waffled between Jacoby or Golden, but Jacoby was who I saw there, and I was just mostly looking to get us some points at wide receiver. I'm definitely bullish Raiders. Try not to get over my skis on it, but I'm definitely bullish Raiders, and yeah, Jacoby is so safe.
What do you guys think about this new Igbuka price? He goes here at 72. You might be able to get him a little bit cheaper in a non-badged up, room closer to ADP, but seems like we're headed to him in the middle of the 6th round.
I'd still rather have Golden.
Straight up. I don't hate that. I think it's getting it's dangerously close to being way too expensive. Godwin is not out for the season, that's cool that Igbuka gets early, has a better path at early season production, but it's still a pretty crowded offense for a rookie. And yeah, he has 1st round draft capital. Yes, we really liked him as a prospect. It was bullish that they took him in such a crowded room, I guess, because it's they didn't need him and they still wanted to grab him. It's just inevitable. How much further can he really go, I think, is the question. I don't think he can move that much I don't want to like overstate underdog's ability to steam a rookie, but like, can he really get past? Well, people hate Debo.
I was going to say, man, I think he can chew through the 6 because nobody loves any of these guys in the 6, or they have issues going on.
Him and Ricky are both kind of like moving to the right side of the 6th round pretty fast. Olave, people don't really like. Yeah, I think now that I think Igbuka is like going to flirt with the 50s, like, 59, 60 pretty soon. Just the way that underdog drafters are. And until Chris Godwin practices, he's just going to fly.
I agree. Yeah. All right. We have 3 running backs, the JT, Chase Brown, James Cook start, CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Diggs, Myers, tons of quarterback outs late on this team, which is nice. About to pick at 8-10.
What were you going to say, John?
We'll save it for a second here. Can you scroll a little bit though, Pete, on the left side?
Yeah. So, you could do a Bo Nix here. Mooney's obviously hurt. I mean, the Ayuk stuff, this is definitely a scroll spot. I mean,
this is like double quarterback for me, and it's just whether you guys want to stack or not. Like doing like Fields and Drake, or Bo and Drake or something.
Yeah, let's do Nix and Fields.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or Dak too, because there's like back stack outs. But you can push Dak to like 108 sometimes, or like 115.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
The Pickens drafter took Josh Allen, but they're still likely to take Dak at 115. I had this spot with Karain, I think, on Best Ball Breakfast, where we did exactly, it was either Kyler Dak at this 8-9 turn or Nick's Dak, I think we did for the same thing. It was just so flat. None of the 2v2s. It's just like, who cares? We'll take whoever. And then Scatabo comes back to 120, and you're like, fine. Like, I would probably rather take Scatabo at 96 and the quarterback at 120, but it doesn't matter.
It does, yeah, exactly.
I also don't mind taking Ayuk at these prices, or we just grab another quarterback.
I think I like May, but would you prefer Dak, John?
Yeah, probably, but I'm good with either.
All right, let's just do Dak with CD here.
Okay.
And
you never know. May could fall back, and that would leave us with an interesting spot of taking like 3 pretty solid QBs, but I'd have to think about it.
The nice thing about having 2 outs there is we could have been like, oh, let's take like the Kelsey price tag before it hypothetically rises with the Rice suspension and like add it there, or let's take like Scatabo there and then play chicken with the room, which quarterback's going to come back. It's more apt for a quarterback to come back in these $40 rooms that are streamed rooms that are primarily friends and family too. So yeah, I could play devil's advocate both ways, but I've been kind of, push my quarterbacks above ADP for the ones that I want stacked. And then if I end up getting a third faller one, you can just tack it on. But
especially in time box contests.
Yeah.
The other thing that happens too, where like it just, we're all wired to where like a reach doesn't feel great. But also what happens too is like the room starts to be like, all right, we're making a run for quarterbacks, and then quarterbacks go and like players get pushed down anyway. So it ends up sometimes being a wash anyways.
Yeah.
The 10th round's about to be a ton of purple. I'm surprised that the purple run hasn't already started.
Yeah.
What do you guys do with Trey Harris? He's one that's like kind of fell in like a dead range for me, where I'm like, I'd rather wait for Burden or grab Higgins earlier. Do you guys get a lot of Trey Harris?
I'm starting to take him more. I think he's a potential riser. He was like sort of like the poster boy of the 2nd round holdouts, which like everyone was holding out, but like he was, the poster child for it because we were drafting him. And then, he's sitting at the 100s here. Pittman's hurt. Kupp, nobody really likes. Higgins is wide receiver 3. And then Mooney's hurt. So like those are, I think of like positionally who he has to jump. I think that he could easily push up, especially when people start to think about like, okay, Trey Harris has to outperform Quentin Johnston to like see his ceiling outcome. Right. That seems like a pretty fun bet. I'll take that.
Yeah.
So on a Justin Herbert offense. So I think Trey Harris could push up. And so I have started to mix him in more and more. It just doesn't feel good because he just feels like boring and like, brandless. Like I don't really know, like, you know what I mean? Like there's not a whole lot of buzz around Trey Harris.
Right.
But I think that he has a pretty easy path of like, oh yeah, he's wide receiver too, because it's QJ.
I doubt he plays a lot on Thursday, but that could change in a heartbeat if he's out there with like the ones and he catches like a bomb from Trey Lance.
I got to take. Remind me.
Okay.
Ingram with Knicks seems like a smash here.
I like never take Ingram, and this is a perfect time to do it.
Yeah, pick 118, almost a full round past ADP stacked up. And Nez did call it there. We got just all kinds of purple going. Goff, McCarthy, Herbert, Drake May. I believe all of those ahead of ADP in the 10th round there.
Yep. Yeah, all pretty much stacked too, it looks like. So makes sense.
That is the pocket.
And this is where you get the value back, right? Like you reach on Knicks, but then you get the Ingram slide and you didn't really sacrifice much. Exactly. My guy Spears, I always hope he comes back. Although we don't really need running backs that badly.
Yeah, can we look at wide receiver? Just wide receiver.
Slot Demon, Mims, Hollywood, who I believe got hurt today.
Yeah, I don't know with what, but yeah, he did get banged up, which is just like not good because he's been hurt so often lately.
I don't mind a Slot Demon for this team. I'd also be fine with a tight end.
I'd double down on the Loveland bet. Like I would just be like, let's just get some ceiling in our lives.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. The only thing is you take away the Ferguson stuff, but not necessarily. We could still do Ferguson on a discount.
Loveland's going to rise, so I don't hate it.
I'm trying to pack Loveland and Warren bags right now. I like those two.
Yeah, Loveland ceiling versus like a Ferg stack. I think you're right, John. I think that was the good move.
The Ferg stack # follow the money after getting paid this week, like that's bullish for Ferg in general.
Yeah,
I don't not like Ferg, and I do a lot of DAC stacking, so I do add him there. But yes, ceiling outcome Loveland feels.
Mm-hmm. I just want to ask you guys a question because, like, obviously, and I don't want to yuck anybody's yum here. I just want to like preface this. But like, wow, a lot of people quote tweeting training camp stuff. How do you guys consume training camp on X, the everything platform, formerly known as Twitter? How do you consume the media that you come across? Are you taking anything like video wise, clip wise? Let's limit it to clips and highlights. Does anything move you guys' needle based on what you see video wise in training camp?
Only if
not
I
a thing,
the dude.
Not a single video highlight compels me. Like I'm being completely honest too. Like I saw that sick Marvin Harrison like catch the other day or whatever. It was like a one half. I was like, that's literally. I mean, he was like the greatest wide receiver prospect we've ever had. Like he should be doing that. And if anything, it was like concerning. It's like no, we want them to scheme him easy touches so he doesn't have to make one-handed catches in the end zone. I'm with you. Like, it's fun. Like, we're all going to consume this shit. Like, I've been watching Quarterback on Netflix, which I have to bring up.
Really? I didn't know that, Pete. Really?
It's now, I'm never going to give up. But yeah, I know. I'm with you. Like, because I write the newsletter each day, like my two-step process is I have my list with like actual beats and analysts and stuff, and I scroll through that. And then I go to RotoWorld, like to see the stuff that's elevated. And it is interesting. Like the Tootin stuff, like didn't even make RotoWorld. Like yesterday, like with the blurbs and stuff, and like these stuff where it's like kind of injured or whatever, non-stories, which is kind of a good screener too. Like if RotoWorld's not going to even bother to write it up and they're going to put up 50 blurbs, it's probably not that important. It's our community. It's us that puts like an unnecessary microscope on everything.
Yeah. Like I said, I don't want to yuck yums, but like, man, I can't imagine like seeing a highlight and reflexively go to like check my exposures. Like, are you serious, man? These guys are not trying to hurt each other. Like,
everything is confirmation bias, a Rorschach test of like the Jaden Reed stuff yesterday, right? If you're a Jaden Reed slappy, you're like, yeah, he's in 2 wide receiver sets. See, you guys said he couldn't play in 2 wide receiver sets. And if you've been fading him, you're like, oh, that's just one practice. Remember the Green Bay family night thing. It's all bullshit. It's just like everything is just like bag defending.
100%. Yeah. Which like, that's what you pay for, you know, that's what you're part of the fees. You get
Nez, you got to find a price on Quinshon Judkins here.
Not here.
Yeah. Tight ends. I think we're kind of, I mean, do we just go Mims on this team on a Knicks team?
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't feel
Yeah,
great.
let's queue him up. What do you think? What does our fourth running back look like? Is it a handcuff? Is it like a hey, we can still get some points sometimes, aka like Najee, or is it like a ceiling shot?
I think like a ceiling shot. Like I wouldn't mind like a handcuff or a rookie basically.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't mind Ford.
Really?
Yeah. I guess in this format, I'm a little less opposed to it than like BBM, but I do feel like the benefit of Ford to me is just like getting those early season touches. And with JT Brown and Cook, like he should basically never be hitting our flex.
Yep.
This pick, I could go a lot of different ways. I think we have 5 wide receivers. They're good to okay. I think wide receiver like Jaden Blue.
Yeah. I don't mind the Palmer suggestion. Like Dobbs, Palmer have been who I scroll for here.
Yeah.
Same. Let's do Palmer or Dobbs.
Okay.
All right. There's a ton of correlation on this team with Dobbs. And I'm trying to think, where is that all coming from? It must be week 14. I took up my week 14 matchups here. Not that that's a huge priority, but I think there's like I just don't see a lot of difference between Dobbs and like the guys going at 115.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's just like not sexy, but like that's okay. That's okay.
One of them could get traded though. Like if
One of
Christian
who?
Watson's timeline's like a little bit ahead, one of Dobbs, one of Wicks, one of anyone in that range could end up getting traded.
Here's the team so far since we've been chatting. We got a 2-3-6-2. So we had those 3 early running backs, JT, Chase Brown, James Cook. We reached to grab our quarterbacks there, Bo Nix and Dak Prescott, but they're stacked up with our first 2 wide receivers, CeeDee Lamb and Cortland Sutton. We tacked on Diggs, Jacoby Myers, Marvin Mims, and Romeo Dobbs, and then have Evan Ingram and Colston Loveland at tight end. So pretty balanced there at this point.
Definitely Bucks. With the exclusion of Mims, like I'm just not a Mims guy.
Yeah, I think Mims makes sense with Bo, because like, man, if Mims is popping off, Bo Nix is like a top 5 quarterback on the week for sure. Just because like the way that Mims has gotten home, at least last year. But like, I get it. I think that it's like Sutton and musical chairs. You know, like we're getting like Vele bullish reports. Troy Franklin looks good, but I think
Trent Sherfield, dude. Talk about Trent Sherfield stuff. No,
that's just Peyton setting him up for his next gig. Like, let me write you a letter of recommendation for when we cut you. But yeah, Mims I think is an exciting pick for this team.
Yeah, to me, like all the stuff, the Sherfield, the Vele. I mean, Troy Franklin's gotten a lot of hype. It just like cements for me that like Sutton's the clear number 1, and it's mostly a stay away outside of that, outside of like specific Bo Nix stacks or bringbacks. All right, we're back on the clock. We could just rip it in on Bo Nix with Pat Bryant here. We could grab our running back.
I think I prefer. Go ahead, John. I was gonna say Thielen. I don't like Pat Bryant right now.
Ford or Sanders.
All right, let's grab a wide receiver and then we can see which running back comes back to us.
Okay.
So we'll tack on Thielen as our 7th wide receiver. We have 4 more picks. I think we could certainly get to 5 running backs on this team too. Doesn't have to just be like a 4 running back hyper fragile team. I think we can see what the best picks are.
There's some room for luxury here. I think 3 tight end potentially, but we'll see. This gets kind of dried up fast. What do you? John,
what did you say, John? Ford or Sanders? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'd be Sanders, but I don't.
Good with either.
What do you, Nez? Break the tie. Ford or Sanders?
Let's do Sanders. Sorry, I said that so late.
Good.
No, we got it.
Okay. Yeah. I like Sanders, man.
I just like in these smaller contests too. I do really like the big team bets. That's why I wouldn't have been opposed to Pat Bryant and just like half the squad is Denver and Dallas and just be like, we're going to live and die by those 2 here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a fun way to play these smaller contests.
3 more picks. We grab a running back and a wide receiver there. Do you guys think we get to a third quarterback or a third tight end on this team?
I mean, I'm Richardson pilled.
I was gonna say, I know John could get
without
there.
even thinking, I would just add him. But I just don't see a ceiling that's comparable in that range for any other position. But
yeah, he has not been making it back. I mean, he's been a sneaky riser. Like I haven't seen him on any riser graphics, but anecdotally, in any room I'm going in, he seems to go around earlier every time.
Yeah, I'm kicking myself right now because I'm in all these super flex slows, and like I did not take him enough. That was a huge miss. Let me see how much I have. So just, like out of 100 teams I have, like, yeah, I've got like 4 Richardson teams. That sucks.
listen, bro, talked about it in the Superflex episode. Everyone undraftable now. Move them all the way out of the ranks. Just gobble it up.
I think the way these guys, we've said it 2 months ago. These guys are going to yo-yo all season. Their draft stock is going to yo-yo. You buy Daniel Jones when he's in the 18th, and then inevitably, like Richardson's going to have a meltdown practice or preseason game. Then Daniel Jones is going to go in the 16th, and Richardson will be free. And you just keep 100%. Buying the cheaper one.
Yeah.
All right, we're about to pick in the 16th here.
Wow,
I do like Shipley
Smith,
at this price a lot.
I like Shipley more than Smith, so why not? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Shipley. To me, that seems like a great spot to get that 5th running back. And then I will put us over to quarterback, wide receiver, and tight end. 2-5-7-2. Definitely good at running back. JT, Chase Brown, James Cook, Miles Sanders, and Shipley. Lamb, Sutton, Diggs, Jacoby, Mims, Dobbs, Thielen. Could maybe use a little rookie juice in that room. I also would be interested in Keenan. Quarterback.
Keenan would be
the sidekick does like Rodgers, but no correlation.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
Arroyo been steaming up a little bit here.
I think I'd be interested in the wide receivers.
Yeah. I think I'm probably Keenan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you like over Keenan, Nez?
I've been leaning into Yossi Bosch more, but
yeah.
Keenan's cool.
I guess, yeah, we have a decent amount of week 10 bye week overlap. We can kind of break the tie there, but not a huge deal. I thought you were the Keenan guy, Nez.
Yeah,
I am, but like my bag, like I'm still trying to like get my bags to a reasonable spot.
Yeah,
I like that we got the report that he's like weighing his options. That's so much better than like the radio silence we've had on Amari Cooper. So that's good. But Yossi Bosch, I've been like thinking about more and more, and I'm like, man, I think this. I guess like Burton is a potential like, oh, he could creep in, but I'm betting on it being Yossi Bosch.
Do one of you guys want to do a second one here?
I got it.
Okay, cool.
Good call.
2 more spots.
There you go.
This is how we get them back, guys. This is how we make sure we get the good picks. We run the next one.
I did the wrong thing. I shunned John and then let him take over, which means my voice will now not be heard.
You're done.
I'm just gonna be muted for the next entire draft. Just gonna be like shit nodding our head.
This one started. We got friends and family in here. Herzig's in here with us. Jumfrey's in here. We got
what spot do we have?
Here. We got the 106 in this one. So nice spot to be.
Sometimes I like the 106.
Oh, I love it. It's like the falling. It's the falling of the top tier, or if you want to be the CMC guy.
Let's figure out our final pick here. We got a 2-5-8-2. I'm looking at quarterback and tight end, but it is pretty gross.
I'd I'd be tight end here.
If we did, what would you do, John?
I mean, I would just take a swing at like Theo. I'd take a swing at Noah Fant. I'd take a swing at something like that.
Yeah, I would love Theo Johnson here.
Yeah, Theo's good. Sidekick always likes Freiermuth. And then you're just in true rookie dart territory. I think Theo, when we already have a Loveland, like Loveland's kind of the big upside crack there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. That team is in the books. Let me get John up on stage here. We'll do another Husky.
Do another Nez childhood.
Not everybody can relate to the husky size clothing. CeeDee Lamb again?
Let's do it.
I mean,
wow, at 1.6?
1.6. We get CeeDee Lamb.
All right.
I love the Gibbs pick from Troy. I mean, that's some conviction.
Me too. I want to hit on this one that T-Bear's saying in the chat. Like 14 mil for Danny Jones is like Danny Dimes is gonna be a starter. Like Gardner Minshew made 14 mil last year with the Raiders and played like 6 games or whatever. Like that's not starter money with the new cap and you have a rookie quarterback on the books. That's just like those mid-tier like 35 through 45 quarterbacks. Like that's not starter money.
Well, not to mention like if you put all of the front office and coaches in Indianapolis on True Serum, they desperately want Anthony Richardson to work out. They would love to save face on that draft pick. They would love to not take the L on that. Like they do not want to default to Daniel Jones. That was a smart move by them to give them very good insurance, but they want Richardson to succeed so bad.
Yes. 100%.
Yeah. This is I think it'll be Richardson, right? I mean, I think they took a couple looks at Daniel Jones and they're like, man, how much worse can Richardson really get?
We're on the clock here, guys. Bowers goes in front. Lad, or we could do the JT thing again. I really like.
Let's
Lad.
mix it up. Let's do Lad.
Yeah, let's be streamers, man. Let's go double wide receiver.
Let's do it, man.
I
trying
also
to get
like
more Lad in my life. I
don't mind JT and Bucky, but like for me, it is those top 19 picks. And Lamb and Lad is like a little harder to get because Lamb now isn't always falling there. So I like taking advantage of that.
Yeah, I'm with John. I'd like to get some more Lad too. Like I started off BBM season thinking I would have a ton of Lad, thinking that Lad would push up for me, and then like been playing the market more, pushing up those running backs instead. So like I haven't gotten as much Lad as I initially wanted to. I think the Lad bull case is very fun and easy to make too.
Yeah. Agreed. I also love, like, it got into my head if you were like, who are the 2 most mispriced quarterbacks in all of BBM, or I guess in this case, the Husky, I would tell you that it's Dak and it's Herbert. And those are the 2 stacking partners we can get.
You think Herbert's like that mispriced?
Yeah. Like for ceiling output of what Herbert could be. Dude, he's like arguably like a top 5 quarterback in this league. And it's just like, maybe that's not reflected in fantasy output, but like it could be. Second year of that offense.
He is what if, man. That's his whole shtick.
Yeah. Interesting draft here. The Breece Hall getting pulled over to the left side here.
Let us have McBride. Yes.
Yeah, let's do it.
That's sexy.
Yeah,
that's fun.
I was maybe going to make the bull case for pulling up Hampton and just making like a team bet there. But when the room gives you McBride to fall back, you just hope James Cook comes back in the 4th, I guess.
Yeah, I think you can still build out a good running back room from 4, 5, 6, 7.
It would be fun to do like a huge, like despairingly different build on this one too. After we like went super high T with the anchor wide receiver here, just to see how far we can push it. You know, not just to piss for pissing's sake, but you know, just to see. I think it could be fun.
Pete, of the quarterback show, who has been your most relatable, or like this is my guy? Because Nikki and I started it like 2 nights ago, so we're 3 episodes in.
I have come to I have a newfound appreciation for Kirk Cousins watching that show. He's like a little corny for sure, but just so uber genuine. I like Burrow, but he's pretty aloof and kind of guarded. Even the way, like, you can tell the show is produced and the way he talks about stuff, like he really wants to keep a separation between his personal life and football life, which is completely fair. And then Goff is just kind of bland.
Yeah. Goff is exactly how I kind of thought Goff would be.
Yeah.
Who do you guys like? We could do the.
Honestly, I don't mind pulling up Ken Walker here, knowing that like we're gonna like a wide receiver later. I mean, this
Totally
round is just all wide receivers.
Yeah. Yep. Let's start the Ken Walker movement. It's coming, man. His ADP is about to like fly up.
Kubiak outside zone. Let's roll.
Because I'm just like, any of the wide receivers we take here, I just feel like I can make a case for whichever one coming back not being that different.
Goff is Wonder Bread. That's so good.
What have been your takeaways?
Yeah, I was a little shocked that like Joe Burrow seems a little bland to me too. Like he's got that fashion side to him, but he doesn't have much raw. He doesn't have much get up. I was really intrigued by Kirk Cousins' personality. Like maybe it's just because he's a little more comfortable in his skin and he's 10 plus years into the league and he's more willing to open up at this point in time. But like how thorough he was too with like the post game notes and sending voice memos and like he's still thinking about plays and stuff. It's pretty cool. I have a newfound appreciation for Kirk Cousins, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Goff's just kind of whatever.
Goff toned it down, man. He's been on like a ton of NFL like produced shows. He was on Hard Knocks like his rookie year and kind of made a donkey out of himself. And so he's really kind of like, and now he's in Detroit. He's a blue collar guy with Dan Campbell. So he's just a football guy. He just wants to like win games, like love his guys. And he just toned it down, man. He's changed.
The JMO Bull case though was the Goff goes 18 for 18 for 350 yards, and he still gives the game ball to JMO for a 170-yard slant that he took to the house. And I was like, damn, Campbell just fucking loves this dude so much.
How can
he forgot? He forgot to give it to Goff.
Yeah.
All right. What are we looking at?
We got a big rice fall here if we want it. We got my guy Waddle. We got what if Travis Hunter is still amazing.
Get your Waddle redemption pick.
All right, let's do it. Finally, we got a good pick on the team. I like this start a lot. This is a really fun start. This is a John approved big stamp seal start here.
Good.
We got a lot that look like this.
Yeah, I think I like Waddle there. I would love to have like other Dolphins on the team, like you guys have kind of mentioned, where like I think they all go as each other go, but it doesn't mean that you still can't hit, obviously. Just thinking from like a team level standpoint. I would love Waddle to be good again because I would love Waddle as a rookie. I had a ton of him like early best ball days, early underdog days when Waddle was a rookie. I thought he was so good. It just like last year, it's kind of hard for me to separate like last year's results from like the player. And I guess what I mean by that is like systemically everything was bad for Miami. It was all bad. So like, can we get like alpha Waddle again? And for whatever reason, I have a hard time getting there, but like, I'm glad that I do shows with you, John, and I get exposure to Waddle that way.
Yeah. I mean, it'll all be hinging upon the O-line play without Armstead and if Tua can stay healthy, basically.
I feel like the last time we got alpha Waddle was at the 2023 Dog Bowl. Remember that game? It was against the Jets and Tyreek was out and Waddle went absolutely nuts that game. Or am I misremembering that game? Maybe I'm thinking of Nico going nuts that week. I can't remember.
That was the Miami one. No, it was Nico going nuts. Nico going nuts. Oh shit, okay. We're on the clock.
All right,
what happens when I strain my muscle memory.
I would be fine pulling up Swift here, just getting another running back amid this wide receiver oasis.
Debo.
Yeah. I like Swift. Let's do it. Debo, decent little run back for the Dallas stuff there, but I'm not as bullish on the Debo. I like the pulling up the running back there again.
I mean, I didn't pound the table for him or anything, but I think there's a chance Debo's one of the most mispriced players on the board right now.
Yeah.
Like, very, very badly.
Mina checks out. Cliff Kingsbury's been wanting Debo on his team for 5 years, so
it's
he's got him.
It's an easy case to make, right? Like, I'm not like, blowing minds here. Like, what if he was like really sick and actually hurt last year in the middle of a San Francisco 49ers like lost season? What was, like who would that surprise? Nobody, and now he's in another really great situation and he's healthy. Like, he clearly, I think, has something to prove. He's kind of on his like Luka arc right now. He's posting a ton of videos of him working out, like a lot. He's definitely hearing the noise, and I think is aware of like of his condition.
It speaks to how much underdog drafters have soured on Debo. And granted, his ADP has been pretty set in stone, but any other like potential holdout situation or whatever, everyone would be jamming to push that guy up in case something actually went south. And like Terry McLaurin seems legitimately pissed, but with Debo, it's like, no, I don't want to deal with pushing Debo up.
Who do you guys like?
I would like to grab this Igbuka price, honestly, because I just feel like I know that you prefer Golden, but it's like this Igbuka price probably isn't going to hold in the way the Golden will.
Good with it.
It's kind of rare to get him this close to ADP, man. He's been like a 6-rounder for quite a few lobbies. I would bet Chihuahuas, like, you're not going to get 7th round Igbuka at all.
Let's play the at this point in draft season, you got 200 under your belt or whatever, insert number. Nez got more than that, but I got 200. You could have one player that you like kind of stepped in it early, but now you could adjust and you could have that player going forward as like one of your exposures. Who's that guy for you?
What do you mean?
Like, you don't
basically
have him
you get
now.
a mulligan.
You get a mulligan
on someone that you hadn't been drafting at their old cost.
Yeah. Is it Igbuka? Is it, Sampson? Is it Worthy? Maybe.
So I'm thinking about this one. It's a good question.
Yeah. Think about it. And then
I've just been so good at drafting. I can't think of anything.
My teams are just fucking perfect, bro.
I think for me, and this is like post trade, and I have a lot of Pickens. I wish I had even more Pickens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt so good about that click the moment he got traded, and I didn't do a lot of BBMs during that time, but I wish I could have even more Pickens than I currently have.
I'm good with Mason.
You guys like Mason?
Yeah, he's gonna rise too.
Yeah. Do you prefer the Baker stack or no?
Not with like just Igbuka. No, because like we got other stacks to.
I don't mind
other stacks to stack.
Yeah.
You guys see the picture yesterday with Mason and Aaron Jones beside each other, and like how much thicker Mason looks?
No, but I'm not surprised. Aaron Jones is notoriously not a big guy.
Yeah. I just didn't realize conceptually like how much bigger Mason was. Like I don't think of Mason as like a huge guy either. Like he was kind of ineffective at the goal line last year for Niners, even though he had all those quote unquote smash weeks relative to price point. But yeah,
I hope that Mason and Jones flip. I would love that because I'll just keep buying Aaron Jones. Jordan Mason, probably a good pick, but I'll take the guy that like is really good, like for sure, really good, and has like a sexy role on an offense that I expect to be good. Than like the incumbent perennial backup that will do a lot of like heavy lifting. But
is that double digit Zach Charbonnet right there? I see.
Oh yeah.
Yep. 96. Renegades is renowned for doing his own thing out here. Renegades does a lot of the 5.55s, a lot of that stuff, and Renegades has got a plan, but we don't know what it is.
Hey, John, will you tell me where is the Pickens drafter in relation to us, left or right side?
Am I blind? Left side, 47. It's
Okay.
Chad.
So he already passed on him on Dak.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can probably wait out Dak for 115 there.
That's what I was trying to figure out. I mean, some people will grab him naked, but it's probably worth the risk.
Yeah. Let's who do we got?
I think we're out on ETN. These wide receivers.
It'd be one of these wide receivers, or just pull up Dak. It would be that. Probably Cup or Dak for me.
Yeah, I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
I like Cup. A little
Cup's
scared
a fun
by
one
the
too,
haircut.
man.
A little scared by the haircut, but I'm about Cup.
I think Cup's also probably in an overhated camp. Like it's easy to like look at the signals and like be bearish on Cup. Like that's an easy case to make. It's not like I have a ton of Cup, but I think he's probably like one of the better picks in terms of returning value at their cost. Just as a player, like clearly the wide receiver 2 in Seattle with like a bona fide wide receiver 1. So there's not a whole lot on his plate there. And he's in a good system, like I think like we loved Kubiak last year.
To start. Yeah. We thought the Saints
it wasn't
were going
his
to go
fault.
burr. Yeah, we thought the
fault.
Saints were going to go nuts last year.
You didn't expect him to make Spencer Rattler and Mason Tipton like go nuts? What the hell?
Nice. We played
Can't
Mason
believe that
Tipton
didn't
on
work out.
those showdown slates with Mason Tipton scrolls.
Holy
Oh, buddy.
It's like a second round pick.
So, John, I'll finally circle back to answer your question. And I just forgotten about it because it was an older one, but I was really mad at myself for not having more J.K. Dobbins pre-signing. And if I could do a mulligan, that would have been the player I would hammered. Like I would love to go back and have like 20% J.K. Dobbins at 180 or whatever.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. Chat's on it here too. Like a lot of people saying Hampton, some people saying Samson. 5th round Kittle is emerging. Musgrave from last year. That's pretty good.
I mean, not to like nag anybody, but like I would say like Hampton. I don't think would be a good one because like we didn't know Najee was going to lose an eye.
Get up.
Yeah, we're just good, right?
Yeah.
Dak it.
Ayuk's a nice value there, but this team needs Dak.
Agreed. And now hopefully we can get Herbert on the way back and or Tua and then Cook. That's where my mind goes.
Yeah. Lots of good options there. Yeah, that's it. It's funny. There's like in these drafts now, there's a few situations like that where you got to just play the board game with, the CeeDee Lamb versus the Pickens drafter, like both those two, because there's really no other competition. Like, yes, if Dak really slid, someone would take him naked, but like no one's reaching for naked Dak generally. So you just kind of have to always scope that out. I think Tyreek Hill and Waddle a little bit too with checking where Tua could slide. Yeah,
well said. I think it plays worse in slow drafts than fast drafts because slow drafts people just get on the clock and they just kind of click whatever and they're not really paying attention fully to the room like this. In fast draft dynamic, it plays a lot better to like pick your spot.
Yeah, agreed.
Hey, John,
shout
I pay
out
attention to my room in slow drafts.
Well,
do you pull up every draft board, Des?
I at least am mindful of correlation.
Oh, no, for sure that. I mean, like, do you look at what your opponents are doing at every slow draft?
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, I mean.
Sometimes I'm just like, is Woody Marks here? All right.
What a July 29th thing to say.
Oh, man. Who was the guy that I got us to draft a couple of times last year from the Texans? I like that guy.
The dude that was backing up another guy.
It's hard to know with you, John. It could be anybody.
It was a Louisville guy, I think.
It was like Jordan something.
Yeah, it was. His first name was Jordan.
No, Jordan Lawler's the prospect third baseman for that.
Classic, John.
Herbert. I do love Spears too.
Yeah, I thought you were going to get that reaction there, Pete.
I think it's Herbert.
Yeah,
I can let Spears go here.
All right.
I think it's Herbert.
Aren't you worried about your guy Ian's tweet with longest runs over the last or in their career, and Tajay Spears being in the very bottom right-hand corner of that. Longest career play of 24 yards.
But he has really cool looking 24-yard plays.
He went sideways 56.
He's a very fun running back stylistically. Like you wouldn't know that he's missing an ACL. He's fun. But I had a feeling I was just kind of like using my Jedi, using the Force to know that Trey Harris was to the right of us. So I was worried about losing Herbert to the Trey Harris drafter.
Way to play 4D chess, Nez. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I love Spears. I think this team could have definitely used a fourth running back. It also sets up Cam Ward, who's a very fun QB click as well. So I think that was a very close decision there. And I was kind of leading Spears at the last second just because I've had him like queued up in so many drafts recently to just watch him go 2 picks before.
Chat was all over it with Jahar Jordan. That was Jahar Jordan. I made you guys draft him and the Rams guy like all the time in the 18th.
At least you didn't go on Peter Overzet's Deposit Kingdom channel and declare Dylan Lauby as your favorite straight pick.
Nice.
While also saying the Bears Giga Stack was like the money-making stack of the season.
Yeah, have you noticed you haven't gotten an invite back yet, Ness?
Running on the randomizer.
Oh,
Rashad White or Javonte?
What about Ferg?
Okay.
And just shut it down at tight end. I mean, there's nothing we're gonna do with Herbert at tight end unless you guys want to do like a 4-sided die for one of their fucking tight ends.
Yeah, what's that guy's name? Omar. Or what is it?
There's Gads.
O-R-O.
What is Lambert Smith? Is that guy a tight end or a wide receiver?
They're saying he's a wide receiver. He's kind of like a tight end that plays wide receiver, is what I'm told.
Okay.
I don't know. Davis might call that slander, but
yeah, Davis loves hyping this guy. He just likes hyphenated name bros because he likes that guy and he likes the Jacoby whatever.
Krosky Merritt, dude. Krosky Merritt is going on like every draft now. Jacory.
Yeah.
Jacory. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a report. We didn't really touch on it, but like just the fact that he was with the ones, I think, is like antenna raising.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to do about it.
Ooh, Siegel was big on KLS too. Interesting.
Yeah.
I'll judge after the Hall of Fame game.
What if he doesn't play in the Hall of Fame game? Then you're going to be excited, right?
Ooh, yeah. Who was the guy that we were all worried about that played in the Hall of Fame
Jacobs.
game 2 years ago? Yeah.
Josh Jacobs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back when he was on the Raiders.
Yeah.
He fell. I'll never forget the ship chasing stream where Josh Jacobs fell like 40 picks, and whenever the entire underdog landscape flipped on a single night in a puppy.
The Leone jumped the shark night.
I think that was actually a Bime 4 night.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was the year. That was the year previous, and then the next year was the Leone jumped the shark.
Who do you guys like?
Hollywood's hurt, so I don't like that. I do like Blue.
Yeah, Algier would probably be my preference. I'm good with Blue though on a deck team for sure.
Algier it is.
John was running his own randomization sims there in his head.
Yeah. I would love to be a fly on the wall in John's brain of how he decided that.
You don't want to, man. It's dark in here. It's fucking twisted. It's crazy.
Algier probably,
It was just like, which one's Ferda? Which one's Ferda? Over and over again.
Which one's Ferda?
Which one's Ferda?
I don't care right now that like Blue isn't necessarily being considered with the ones because I don't think that was ever the thesis. I think the thesis was like Blue's the third down back, and his skill set is like very, very, very unique compared to the other guys there. Like even Maffa is more of just like a Sanders, Javonte type of back, and then you have the pass catching guy that runs very, very fast in Blue, where like that's like I'm okay. Like I'm enjoying the blue dip right now.
Yeah, I just couldn't mentally shake the report that was it real, was it not with the guy who was tapped in with the coaches and him being lazy, yada yada.
There was probably a little bit of smoke there, but I think that was a motivational thing.
Got it.
Because it didn't come from an official source, but it still made like big time rounds, and like I think he got the message.
Yeah.
I think like it's such a cliched term now, but at this point, like I think it was Sigmund Bloom who coined it, the drumbeat, the positive drumbeat. And to me, that really is like how to handle these things, is how long is something sustaining, over and over. I think at this point, you definitely
love it. Let it go.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks,
like taking one data point is, I think, pretty bad, especially if it's like one practice, one coach's comment. But if you hear it 3 or 4 times in the same direction, that's when it's time to start.
Yep.
You're paying attention. And like these coaches that talk up everybody, or like Sean Payton, right? Where every single day he's talking up a different random wide receiver. It's like,
sure.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just like aping into Trent Sherfield in the 18th round because that's his current podium, fodder.
And then conversely, all we've heard is Luther Burden needs to get healthy. He's missing reps. And now that he's on the field, he's getting yelled at and getting kicked out of, team huddles. And there was a CSI, another quote today from a press conference about Burden that was bearish. Luther Burden is a little bit behind right now. So
CSI threw me for a loop for a second there until I realized.
Come on.
Yeah. I just thought of like that dude from like Miami CSI, and he pulls the glasses down on his nose. Like, who was that guy? That show?
I don't know the actor's name, but it is like CSI Miami.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Who are you? Who? That's what I ask whenever Sean Payton brings up another wide receiver.
This guy right here.
It's a great bit.
Ratio. Cole's all over it. Ratio.
That's awesome.
All right, John, service some audio listeners with this team, brother.
Damn, Herzig's reading the good. He's got the good rankings. He takes Richardson there. 2-5-5-2 so far. Dak and Herbert, Walker, Swift, Mason, Algier, Blue, Lamb, McConkey, which we're gonna call him McCloudy, so it sounds better. Waddle, Ibuka, Cup, McBride, Ferguson. This team is way better than the last team.
I was gonna say this was the team to get forward. Also, fuck off. You could do Sam Darnold as a third quarterback here. Braylon Allen seems fine.
Yeah, I'm like indifferent here. John, I'll let you do it.
Love it, let it go. Let's see if Sam Darnold comes back. I mean, yeah, let's do Braylon Allen. That seems more.
I'm cool
fun.
with Braylon.
Yeah, those.
Yeah, I'm definitely team like, eyewash Men in Black meme to the efficiency last year. Braylon Allen, considering what was efficient about the Jets last year, like nothing. I'm gonna trust my lying eyes in that Braylon Allen is good because he is big and he is fast and he wears the number 0. I think that's enough to take a guy really late. I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
You kind of mentioned it a lot, John, whenever we draft. It's like these handcuffs, right? It's just like kind of the same bet, but some are cheaper than others. And he's definitely one of the cheapest ones of like clear-cut handcuff, in my opinion. I don't know. Isaiah Davis is there, but yeah, that's how I view it.
I respect it. I got a spicy take. I was looking at a lot of like implied totals relative to ADPs. Shout out to my guy, Fantasy Guru Drew, who put it all together and stuff. And like, is there a non-zero chance that this year's iteration of the Jets from last year, where they all have high ADPs, they're all overdrafted and they underperform, and their totals told us that at the beginning of the season, yet we still wish cast it? Could that just be the Raiders this year?
It very well could be.
Love it, let it go, boys. That's how you draft out here.
We double love it, let it goes on this one.
Let's go.
Who was the first? It was Darnold, and who else did we let go and came back? Blue?
Jaden Blue.
Yeah.
You're my boy.
Two more spots, guys. We got that McBride, False, and Berg, so I think we're done at tight end.
We got to go a couple wide receivers here.
Probably 2 wide receiver shots, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure.
Is this like a Tolbert KLS zone, like super scrolls and just stack, or
I think it's super production.
Yeah, I think my
rookie.
take is like we don't need to. I can't even think of a good stack partner right now. So like, let's just like get somebody who's going to see the field.
John was ready to go Leroy Jenkins with these last two picks. John's the only guy with 5 wide receivers who's like, I think I got 2 luxury picks to do whatever the fuck I want.
Dude, they love Jake Bobo. They love him.
They love Jake Bobo.
Which is true.
I actually kind of like Tolbert. What if like the Turpin, legal stuff doesn't break the right way, and Tolbert's always been professional ass wide receiver?
John, I actually don't hate that, but maybe not here. But like, I liked Tolbert flashed a little bit last year, and I think he would thrive as like a pure wide receiver 3 as opposed to like forced wide receiver 2. So I will put that feather in your cap.
We could do the Yoshi thing on this one.
Him or Lockett. What do you guys think is like more important? Or Coker? Like, I'm big on Coker, and he's week 17.
Let's do Yoshi first, and then just see what comes back.
Okay. I think that might be my first Yoshi share.
Wow. Yeah, I think it's basically like a bet against Burton, because if Burton isn't out there, Yoshi's going to run a ton of routes. We know this team's going to pass a shit ton, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Red Zone Yoshi, man, don't sleep.
KLS plus MVS had a nice ring to it. That's double scroll. That's fun. Good shout to Walter Burden in the chat. Woo!
The sexiest seventh place team. Damn it.
Yeah. People were telling us Keenan Allen's long gone. He's a 15th rounder when Renegades is in the room.
I love it, man. One of us.
Do you guys have? Because I have plenty of running backs like in this range now in the 18th. I don't mind taking, but like this spot here for wide receiver, when you don't have, let's even take correlations obviously off the table. Like, if you have Bo Nix, then sure, like Troy Franklin, but non-correlated picks. Do you have anything you like in the 18th regularly?
Ty Belton, Deontay Johnson, Elijah Moore.
John and I have been big time on Ty Felton. I have a lot of I was looking at my early BBMs. I'm like, man, I drafted a lot of Ty Felton. Jesus Christ. I love
KOC fucks again, man.
Yeah.
KOC.
I think it really depends. I do a ton of tight end in the 18th round. And primarily Theo Johnson, JT Sanders. I do a lot of Tyler Lockett. I like Jordan Whittington a lot right now too.
We're back. We're so back.
Yeah.
Forget where you heard it first.
Sanderson did Whittington as his favorite scroll. McVay was talking him up the other day.
Who do you like, guys?
I'm like more in like the Lockett and Tutu type pick for this team. Kind of boring, but
I'd say Lockett.
Lock it up then.
I am taking Deontay more and more. I'm kind of reserving that for like my super flex 19th and 20th round picks personally. But man, yeah, I think Deontay seems like he's back.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fun names, man. But I am kind of in the same camp as Nez, where I find myself rounding out wide receiver room earlier this year than these back end guys. So it does end up a lot of third tight end in the last round for me.
And then real quick on Jordan Whittington, I promised myself I wasn't going to leak the alpha, but man, Sean McVay had a lot of really nice things to say about Jordan Whittington.
Yeah.
He said he's a guy that you don't bet against. We love Jay Witt. He's played really well. He's strong. He's so conscientious.
I read that quote too, and we said it, he's a guy you don't bet against. I just thought of the entirety of the best ball community doing that little sass, like holding the beer, pointing at me when he said, it's like, this is a guy you don't bet against. We're all like, the guys who haven't been drafting Jordan Whittington at all. Have we been betting against a guy Sean McVay said not to bet against?
He was really that got me excited about him.
He was the perfect Cooper Kupp replacement all of last year. So what if he just does it for a season?
Yeah. Yep. All right, John. Give us the final squad here, and then I got to get rolling.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to get us a draft report made real quick, but I didn't have the solver and stuff up in time. So for future,
Leone's actually over there, and he's the one that types those up, so he might just have a little bit of a backlog.
He's a little tired right now.
Working tirelessly.
Sylvie just cracking the whip. Tight. Yeah, boy. Tight.
We got ourselves a 3-6-7-2 with a bunch of correlation associated with our quarterbacks. We got Dak, Herbert, Darnold. Then we got Walker, Swift, Mason, Algier, Blue, Allen, CeeDee Lamb, Ladd McConkey, Jalen Waddle, Ibuka, Cup, Yoshivas, Lockett, Trey McBride, Jake Ferguson. On the sucks or fucks, this is a certified fucks.
Yeah, this team rules.
Yeah, I like it. I wish we had like a little more juice at wide receiver 6 or 7 there. But we had some of those nice running back values, which I think really balances out, right? Like we were kind of getting boxed out of some running back production. We kind of made up for it with quantity and values late. So I think that's how that team certainly gets unlocked.
Yeah, I mean, okay, John.
No, I was just about to say this Ford Allen range right here. If we had got Keenan Allen to fall to 15 there, or take the Jack Best swing, do something like that, and then this last round pick was like a Hunter, a Woody Marks, a Taj Brooks, whatever, would have felt like a little bit better. I do echo that, Pete.
Yeah, I was just gonna say first 2 wide receivers are really sick. We're counting on those guys every week. Good running back room. Trey McBride on this team. Like I think conceptually this team like makes a lot of sense, and it feels supercharged for week 17.
Yeah, does it ever? Well done, gentlemen.
Good stuff. If you guys didn't see, we have been drafting in the Husky, the new $40 10 max tournament up on Underdog. Really fun structure. And unfortunately, you cannot sleep on these contests because you blink and they will disappear. This draft today, it's already 5% full. We'll probably guys? I mean, these have been lasting like 5 or 6 days. These tournaments.
Yeah, some even shorter.
Yeah, the Chihuahua for sure at the $4 price point. That will fill even faster. So make sure you get in these. You can even join me in Slow Draft. I'm going to start calling it Heaven. We're doing a rebrand. When I wasn't involved, it was Slow Draft Hell. Now I'm involved and it's Slow Draft Heaven there. Anything else programming notes for you guys this week? Any for the members?
We got a whole bunch of stuff going down. We got for the members right after this. I'm going to do the full baseball breakdown, a little bit of WNBA, and an NFL Best Buck Classic draft, and then we're basically all football the rest of the week from there because there's not a ton of baseball on Wednesday and Thursday. So we're going to do Solver Series 1 tomorrow. We're going to do a Sidekick 1 on Thursday, and then Nez is gone on Friday, but we will still have some baseball content for Monster Weekend slate there, and then Solver Series dropping on 107 already, dropping on Saturday. So tons more Batch Bros stuff coming. A lot more football than usual after today.
Awesome. For me, got the usual stuff tomorrow. Best Ball Bash and Randomizer. Guest this week is Jake Trowbridge from Fantasy Life, an impressionist extraordinaire, also the king of parody songs. So we'll have some fun with Jake. And then any of you who are YouTube members who want a chance to spin the wheel, hop on stream, play coy with what your profession is with me as the chat and myself get to know you. It's been a great time. Thursday lulls in ship chasing. And then I am doing After Dark on Thursday night this week because I'm traveling Friday. But Elliot Christ from Fantasy Life, going to do kind of more of he's a best ball bro for sure, but also the CEO of Fantasy Life. So can do some behind the scenes chatter with him. Should be a good episode. But yeah, that is it for me. Hope everybody has a good rest of your week. If you guys are on your way out, make sure you guys have subscribed, hit the like button. This is our busy time of year, the chance to amass more subs as we take over fantasy football YouTube. So please do us a favor and subscribe on your way out. And we'll see you guys next time on Off and On the Clock. Peace.